Hi guys, I am Susan from Orange Light Energy. Thank you for watching. Really today I just wanted to check in and see how is everybody doing? How are you feeling? The energies that we're in right now are intense. There's astrological things going on. There's things going on with the vibration. We've been through a portal day, a full moon, a planetary alignment. We have meteor showers right now. We have planets that are conjunct. It's intense. Things were already intense and now they just escalated. I did a message I can get like 3 weeks ago about a big energy shift that I had felt. And it was the beginning of something, a part of something. Then last week I recorded a video about our new Portal Day Amplifier session. Had a message from Archangel Metatron talking about the importance of the 8-8 portal and how it was accelerating things. It was opening things up. It was, like the starter pistol for the next stage of what is happening, how things will intensify. And that's what we're in. But, it sounds exciting, but when you're in it, when you're feeling these energies, it can be a lot. It's impacting our nervous system. The Schumann resonance is the Earth's vibration, and there's the oneness. We're all connected. When the Earth is impacted, we're impacted. The Earth is majority water, so are we. When these things change, it impacts all of us. I get you looking for this picture really quickly because I don't know if anybody else here is tracking the Schumann resonance. I don't look at it all that often, just if something flags my interest or I see people talking about it. This is, if you look at the dates, this is a screenshot of August 5th, 6th, and 7th, what it looked like. And there's, there's a lot of green. The green tends to be the gentler energies, the calmer energies. This is what the Schumann resonance looks like this week. The white, the orange, these are the intense energies. These are the energies that bring change, that bring purging, that bring clearing, the things that will bring real shifts, that will change things in really fundamental ways. But they're also the energies that will disrupt your nervous system, that will make you feel very sensitized, very emotional. You might feel imbalances within your body, issues with your stomach, areas of your body that may ache, may be in a place of challenge, of struggle. There's a lot of these energies that are helping us to release things, to confront things, to break free of things. Which again sounds amazing, and it is when you are through it. But when you're in it, when you are being asked to look at things you don't want to look at, to confront and to deal with things you don't want to deal with, it can be a lot. But these energies are changing us. They're shifting the very makeup of our energy, the balance, the calibration of our energy. And as we're in that, it is a lot. And you might feel tired, drained, achy, emotional. I cried a lot this week. Things are near the surface. And the more we react to these energies, the more we absorb them, the more we feel that way. But it's not a bad thing. It's like anything else. When you're in the midst of it, it's hard to see the way out. And then when you're on the other side of it, you go, man, that was such a powerful time for me. I overcame so many things. I moved past so many things. I got clarity and understanding on so many things. But yet when you're in it, it can just feel really heavy. But there's a lot of things that can come from this. New ways you can grow, things you can find in yourself. What are the things that bring you comfort, the things that help you? What are you drawn to? What are you having rise in your life? For me, I talked a few weeks back about the throat chakra clear healing and activation session. And I did it for myself about a month ago, maybe a little longer. And I can tell you it's been, for me, one of the most impactful sessions I've ever done. My throat chakra always has been that place of weakness. Anything's clearing, I can always feel it in my throat. And when I first did that session, I had a sore throat for a few days. And I could feel myself, I don't know, when I channel, when I bring through messages, it feels a little different. My voice, almost I feel it change when I'm reading some things. I can recognize a difference in tone and vibration. But it's also impacted other things in my life. You know, there's been opportunities come up to address things that maybe I've been looking away from, to use my voice, to set my boundaries, to find the power in my own voice, my own words, to find my confidence with that. But it has also brought me to a place where I feel vibrations differently. You know, I've been now all of a sudden drawn to learn to play the guitar. So I'm finding it hard, my fingers are sore, but I'm doing it. And it's bringing my mind to a different place, to a different space, outside of the chaos of the day, outside of the chaos of working and having a family, all of those things, to just spend, half an hour each day just sitting with the guitar, just figuring it out, going through the lessons. There's also, I've been working a lot with singing bowls. It's not something, I had a little one, but I wasn't really doing much with it. I use it for clearing space and clearing energy. But now I started with these bigger singing bowls. Jennifer and I just ordered dragon bowls and we're so excited for them to get here. But I have these other ones, and I think I'm going to start making videos with those too. Like I do the energy videos, but doing them with the singing bowls, with working with them in the ways I feel guided, related to activation, to whatever it is that the energies that right now it feels very much about grounding, about finding balance. You think it's vibration. What are the vibrations that we are in? If our vibration is out of balance, if things are not calibrated the way that we need, we're gonna be more sensitized. So I brought the ones that I've just started working with. Look how big this one is. In love with this bowl. I love it. My cat was sleeping in it the other day. But it's just the sound that it makes. Like, I'm going to show you. You can just breathe it in, feel it, pull it into your energy. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself just absorb it. This bowl is very much connected to the energies of grounding, to the Earth Star Chakra, to bringing you in, to holding you steady while you're in these crazy energies, foundational energies, which foundations are coming up a lot right now. The building of new foundations, the creation of new ways, because we're in a number 9 year, 2025, it adds up to a 9, and 9 is about the closing out of cycles, the ending of patterns, karmic balance, moving through these things. And so a lot of the energies this year are helping us to do that. They're helping us to move past things, to break ourselves free. We all have so much potential in us, but we are held back, restricted by past experiences, past trauma, this belief that we cannot do it, that we're not strong enough, that we're not worthy of these things. And so a lot of the lessons this year, the closing out of things, is allowing us to push past that, to find that magic inside us, to find that light, to trust it, to believe it. So it kind of brings me back to the Portal Day session that I talked about last time in my video. So the Portal Day Amplifier session is about tapping into these cyclical energies, giving you an ability to not just access these energies for the few days surrounding the Portal Day, but instead to have access to them for as long as you need to, as long as you want to be able to come back to them, to plug yourself into those energies and let them help you, let them guide you. That session, it will be available 4 times each year. With each grouping, we do it for 3, 3, 6, 6, 9, 9, and 12, 12 to impact that month and the 2 following months. But it's intended to just help us to plug into this, because coming up this year, the next portal day is 9/9, which is going to be the most impactful one of the year. So that's when we're starting this. Jennifer and I are trying to find out more. It feels a lot to us like a sneaky plan. Something to advance us on our spiritual path, to show us more of what we need, to open up more of what we are looking for, to help us to find the things that we don't even know we're looking for yet. And when I was asking about this the other day, I was questioning it. Jennifer, my business partner, and I, we were in a meeting together, and we were talking about the session and what more information we could pull through about it. And we were looking and just talking about how there's so much focus throughout the months on the webpage. There's a listing of the kind of what guidance I've been given on what will be the focus of each portal day. What are the things that it's working with? Which that list can help you figure out if you think this will be helpful to you or not, or which ones you want to plug into, which ones you resonate with. But a lot of them reference the crown chakra. And that always makes us suspicious. Why is there so much focus on the crown chakra? And I realized I have artwork upstairs it's supposed to represent the crown chakra. It was created by the same artist who did the artwork I used for the throat chakra session. So I felt drawn to it. I knew I needed it for something. So it's here. For me, I thought it was going to work on the third eye with it. So I've been asking for information around that. But now I wonder, it was listed for the crown chakra, and all of these sessions, well, not all of the sessions, but a lot of the portal day sessions have some focus on the crown chakra. So we started to wonder, what is this? What is this doing to the crown chakra? And the analogy that was given, the way it was talked about to us, was like a direct connection, plugging you into something. Looked like an industrial outlet, like when you plug in a generator or something, that instead of being on Wi-Fi, being on that plugged in connection. Something that gives you a more protected connection, a more direct, a stronger connection. Something that's more powerful. And I'm excited for that. There's so much that's happening. And I can tell you from the messages that I was given this week for our Patreon group, we're meeting next week. And normally they give me the messages closer to the meeting, and this time, it's like yesterday, the doors just opened and I got all of the information. And the things that they're talking about are big. It's this reseeding of new energies. It's the building of foundations. Moving past the old, and this purpose for what is coming, this next stage of a grand plan. And I feel it in my heart when I'm talking about this, because it feels like we've shifted. And you may look around you in the world and go, I don't see any shift yet. I don't notice it. Energetically, it is there. The energies are different. We've passed through a gateway that is changing things. And it can be, how change comes. It's incremental. It's little by little. It's day by day. If things change slowly, you don't notice it as much. But you could look back 6 months from now, and we're going to see how far we've come, how much things have changed, how much we have advanced. If you want to see that clearly, start journaling. Make a few notes each day. Just get yourself a notebook, and every day, how do you feel? What's going on? What are the things you're working through? What are the emotions that you feel? What are you hoping for? What are you working towards? Whatever feels important to you. But just do it each day, and then you can go back. You can map your progress. You can see how far you have come. Because this is a time now. They're pushing us past the old. They're pushing us to release things, but you release things to find the new, to make space for the new. And as you are doing that, what is coming? We don't know yet. We have to just be open. We have to just come to this with hope, with the belief that we can do these things. Because we can. If you're listening to me talk about these things, the chances are you're here in this time to really learn, to really find yourself, to reclaim in yourself the things that you have held before. I mean, in this message that I had, like, these are things that are going to show you the value of the learning that you have gained, that are going to help you to reclaim things that you've never brought to an incarnation before. These are unprecedented times. They're really big times. I'm trying in my head to search back to the message of things that were talked about, but it's a message that's intended for the people that feel drawn to that group, that are doing the work in that group. But just to bring it as validation, that there's a bigger plan at hand than we know about. There's a lot that's coming, and even as you may look at the world we live in and just feel despair and struggle, we're going to go through it. We're going to get through it, and it's going to change everything. So the focus now is, how do you grow? How do you heal? How do you seed your future? What do you want the future to look like? How do you work in your own community? How do you change your own space, your own world, your own energy? And you may feel drawn to healing things. You may feel drawn to work in your community. You may feel drawn to make music, to paint, to build something. Whatever it is that you are feeling drawn to, embrace that. Let yourself be in it. Let yourself explore it, discover it, find whatever it is that's ready to be shown to you, because they don't have us clear this much stuff without a purpose. And your path is not the same path as everybody else. What's important for you is not what's going to be important to everybody else. You're going to know what is right for you, and you don't have to hide that because it's different from somebody else's. You don't have to try and fit yourself into a box of what other people expect. And that can be uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. But becoming something new, creating something new, changing, redefining your life, that's what's going to move you forward, what's going to make you feel fulfilled, what's going to help you to embrace these energies. And people around you, if they don't understand it yet, they will. They're going to see how you act, how you are, your energy, the changes in you, and it's going to inspire them. They're going to see how you are, and they're going to be like, I want to be like that. I want more of that. But often, as it is with societies, people have to see something to think that. There's very much right now a herd mentality. People are anxious. If people are not on this kind of a path, if they're not looking at the energies, they're not looking at the changes that are coming and looking at a bigger picture of things, there's fear. People don't like change. If your energy feels unsettled, people feel restless. And when they feel that way, it's a tendency to go towards fear, to group together, and that's when you see the vitriol, you see the criticism, the judgment. And really, that's not the way forward. That's the rising of wounds. It's people seeing and facing the things they don't want to face, pulling back from it. A lot of people are walking around like this right now. They've got blinkers on. They don't want to look at these things. They don't want to confront these things. They'll tell you nothing's wrong, and they'll push themselves to opinions, to judgments, to things that are really harmful, out of fear, out of discomfort, out of trying to find their place. But if you instead can recognize the strength in this time, see where you can go, you can ride this wave in a whole different way, and you can build yourself what it is that you would hope, what it is that will let you embrace yourself, know who you are. I think I'm going to do a video soon about kind of embracing your power, embracing your magic, finding those things in yourself. Because as we clear these wounds, as we move past these things that have held us back, through these things that have created fear in us, we're reclaiming those parts of ourselves. And the more you heal, the more you move past those things, the more you can really embrace the stuff that's inside. And we all have so much strength, so much more magic and power than we realize. It's about tapping into that, finding it, allowing it, letting go of resistance and just letting yourself be that version of yourself. And so I'm not going to do it now because I think it needs its own space. It needs its own momentum. But I wanted to check in today just because these energies are, I used the word earlier in the week as feral, unpredictable, volatile, feisty. There's no downtime. There's just more and more of this, I even know what the right word is for it, but it's a lot, it feels like a roller coaster of emotions, of experiences that don't give you a lot of breathing space, that just push you in a way that there's a lot of intensity, experiences that can feel overwhelming, that can make you question your purpose, that can pull you to lower energy, that can make you feel in a place of struggle. So I wanted to talk about this stuff for anybody that it's helpful to, just to recognize that things are like this right now, that it's not something about you, it's not something that's wrong, it's something that you are reacting to, that your energy is reacting to, something you have very little control over. The things you can control is your reactions, your responses. How are you stepping forward? What are the choices you're making? When you do feel in the lower space, energy protection is going to be huge. Just recognize it. Sometimes when you're in that lower energy, you can feel really tired. Maybe you have a headache, you're sleepy. Just feeling like you can't get out of that heavy emotion. When you feel like that, it's much harder to get out of it because you don't have the motivation, the momentum. We have on our website a whole page that's dedicated to energetic protection, something Jennifer and I are dedicated to. We have videos on there about it. We have crystal grids that support it. We have an energy protection ritual that you can download. It's a PDF, it's free. You can just download it. I do it morning and night just to keep my energy clear. Jennifer has a video explaining all of it, some other elements that are up there too. But that can really help you. If there are times when you feel real struggle, and you don't have the motivation, the momentum to do that kind of thing, sometimes I just set the intention. I ask my guides to fill my house with divine white light to clear from me lower energies, just to give me that space to be able to find the tools that I need to clear the heaviness. But you can also shift your energy. Go outside for a walk, put on some music and dance. It's like I'm saying, I've been playing the guitar, I've been creating artwork. That's an ongoing project, but it's another thing that pulls me out of this energetic space. If you have a singing bowl, I have this little one too. Singing bowls don't have to be huge like that. I have this one, but I also have another smaller one. Just breathe it in. If you're having lower thoughts, lower vibrational energy, sometimes I just hit the bowl. I'll be like, louder than that, I'll just hit it really hard. But you could use a pan and a wooden spoon, whatever you have. It's about the noise and just making that choice. I don't allow this. I don't want to be in this space. Setting the intention, be like, get out of me. These lower energies, get out, get out, get out. Clear yourself and give yourself the space that you need to find that higher energy, to find the space that you need where you can feel inspired again, where you're not being pulled into the heaviness of things. And obviously there'll be things that you're confronting that are hard, that are heavy. But if you can stay out of getting pulled down, there'll be moments when you are, but if you can get right back out of them again and be like, all right, what am I going to do? How do I want to move through this? What do I need to express? It's a different space. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I'm just going to end up rambling because they're giving me information, but does it go together? I will link below the information for the portal session, the throat session. I'll put the link to all of our sessions for anybody that feels guided to them. If you need help with something, if you're going through something and you don't know what to do with it, feel free to email Jennifer and I. We can figure out if we can help you, what guidance there is. You know, these are intense times, but they're powerful times, and they have so much potential. Just, you know, remember that, hold that to you in the times when you're feeling struggle. What is this showing you? How can you move through it? How can you grow? What can you change? And let that guide you. No, don't waste the potential of this times, because this is times that can change everything. It sounds big, but I'm gonna let it be big, because that's the energies that we are getting right now, the messages right now. Don't waste the potential. All right, I love you all. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the light that you bring, your intention to do this work. You know, when we work together, there's so much that's going to change, so much we can do. So thank you. Bye.